Welcome to A Dark Path, a podcast exploring the depths of witchcraft, magic, the occult, and all things mysterious. Join us on this journey into the unknown, down a dark path overgrown. Find spells and rituals, folklore and legends. Come, set your candles alight to clear your mind and unwind. Delve into the shadows to uncover a dark path.
Oh my gosh, I am so excited for this deep
I was
dive.
just gonna start. Okay. Hail and welcome to season 2 of A Dark Path, a podcast exploring the depths of witchcraft, magic, the occult, and all things mysterious. I'm Allyson Hemma-Romane, owner of Jupiter's Omens and a school bus driver. Toot toot. I have a dual BFA in creative writing and philosophy from Susquehanna University. I'm a writer, medium, tarot reader, and a certified Reiki practitioner obsessed with shadow work and themes of death. Da, da, da. I'm so excited for season 2 of A Dark Path. I love spending time here with these two lovely, amazing women that you guys will be reintroduced to in a moment. And I can't wait to see what we get into.
You guys know me from last season. I'm Heidi Stock, owner of Rise Wolfcraft. I love what Allie wrote for me here. I feel a little underprepared. Allie's was so good, and so is Kristen's. I'm reading ahead, but I'm a wife, a mom, and a Reiki master that loves reading tarot and following in my intuition. I would also add that I just released a book online, so that's exciting. It's coming out chapter by chapter on Wattpad. I'll put info below on that. And yeah, I guess that's all in new news. And I'm really, really, really fucking stoked to be on season 2.
Hell yeah. As a demi-permanent host.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah, you're no longer guest status.
I am a demi-permanent host. That's true. And I was like, and side note for everyone else, I am trying to help now. So you guys
We
know.
love it.
Yeah, there you go.
And I am Kristen Jackson. I am the owner of Auntie's Artistry, an Instagram account centered around inspiring others to get creative and to share my artistic knowledge. I am an artist. I have a BFA from Northwest College of Art. By day, I am a dog groomer at a vet clinic, and I'm also a certified Reiki practitioner. In my witchcraft, I enjoy runes, reading tarot, ritual baths, candle magic, and meditations. And I am so excited to be back onto season 2. Oh my gosh, we have so much in store. So happy to be back and learn and share. And I cannot wait for everyone to hear what we have in store this season. And today, get ready to sip on the freshly steeped tea that is today's episode, Cryptids. So, as you all know, we love definitions. So, we pulled a few from Merriam-Webster. A cryptid is known as an animal, such as a Sasquatch or the Loch Ness Monster, that has been claimed to exist but never proven to exist. Dictionary.com says a cryptid is a creature whose reported existence is unproven, such as Bigfoot or the Loch Ness Monster, the subject of cryptozoology. I also threw in that word too because I like to look them up to make sure I actually know that I'm, giving the right information. But cryptozoology is the study of and search for animals, and especially legendary animals, such as Sasquatch, usually in order to evaluate the possibility of their existence. And then Oxford Languages tells us cryptozoology is the search for and study of animals whose existence or survival is disputed or substantiated, such as the Loch Ness Monster and the Yeti.
Unsubstantiated.
I know, right?
Carry on.
Interesting, right? Cryptids and mythical creatures are both related to folklore and legends, but they differ in their presumed reality. Cryptids are creatures believed to exist despite lacking scientific proof, while mythical creatures are entirely fictional beings from stories and mythology. So, cryptids are creatures whose existence is claimed but unproven, often described as hidden or secret. They are usually thought of as animals or biological entities that could potentially be studied if found. Some examples quickly include the obvious Bigfoot, Sasquatch, the Loch Ness Monster, and the Chupacabra. For mythical creatures, the definition is that mythical creatures are fictional beings found in stories and mythology, often with supernatural or magical elements. They are not believed to be real and are usually associated with specific cultures or religious traditions. Examples of these are dragons, unicorns, and goblins. The core difference lies in the belief system surrounding their existence. Cryptids are considered potentially real, albeit unproven, while mythical creatures are recognized as fictional. While cryptids have no concrete scientific proof, some believe they would be proven to exist with further investigation. Mythical creatures have no bias in reality and are purely part of a narrative. Cryptids often emerge from folklore and legends, but are presented as potentially real animals or beings. Mythical creatures are rooted in mythology and folklore and are not meant to be taken literally.
Every time I hear Chupacabra, I think of season 1 of Red versus Blue by Rooster Teeth. Did either of you guys watch that? Oh, God,
No.
I'm such a nerd. Well, so other people are gonna know that I name dropped it.
Yeah.
Chupa thingy.
I just always think of chupa blah blah blah.
Neither of you think of the X-Files.
Oh, I didn't watch
Oh
X-Files. That was too
gosh.
scary for me. I was
There's
little.
a dope Chupacabra
I'd
episode.
watched it when I was in my 20s, so I totally get that.
Heidi, you're up with your listy, Lou.
Oh, sorry, dears. I got distracted with research. Okay.
Research.
Research. Well, I wanted to make sure, you know how it is. At last minute, I'll think I know everything and then go, wait, but what if I want to say that? And so then I'm like, okay.
Did you forget everything? Yeah.
Sometimes. Or just like, again, trying to be like a real 5 minutes and not an asshole 5 minutes. Okay. I thought it would be fun for today's episode to read a list of cryptids and have us all state whether we believe in them or not, but you get no chance to explain yourself. You just have to go full on hard yes or no.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm gonna start. Allie's gonna answer first, then
Yes.
Kristen, and
Yes.
then myself, Heidi. So
Yes.
here we go. Mothman,
No.
Yes.
yes. Jersey Devil,
No.
Yes.
yes. Thunderbird,
Yes.
Yes.
yes. Beast of Bray Road,
No.
Yes.
yes. Although I don't know what that one is.
Oh, okay. Totally name dropping a podcast here. Sinisterhood has a really good episode on it.
Ooh, okay, okay. I'll have to check that out. We should put it in the notes. Flatwoods Monster,
No.
No.
yes. Wendigo,
Yes.
Yes.
yes. El Chupacabra,
No.
Yes.
yes. Dover Demon,
No.
Yes.
yes. The Main Rouge,
No.
I'm gonna say no.
yes. Champ,
No.
Yes.
yes. Lizard Man of Scape or Swamp,
No.
I don't think so. Not with that one. No.
yes, 100% yes. The Goat Man,
No.
Yes.
yeah, I think, yeah. Okay, Jackalope,
No.
No.
yes. Kirtland Melonheads,
No.
I'm gonna say no.
I'm gonna say yes. I feel like because nope, no explanation. God, it's really
So
hard.
hard,
to explain this
right?
stuff. It's really hard. Okay. And how do I say this? La Llorona?
Yeah. That's how you say it.
Okay, dope. Thanks.
Okay.
No.
Yes, that's how you say it. No.
Yes.
Yes. Hodag.
No.
No.
Yes. Beast of Busco.
No.
Yes.
Okay, yes, also for me. I'm not just choosing with Kristen. I was also just curious. 'Cause I
Mhm.
couldn't-
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Let's see. Hold on, guys. I gotta make my screen a little bit. Ah, damn it. I just did something stupid. I'm not using my husband's computer is a touch screen and mine isn't. So I just touched my screen to try to make it bigger. That was embarrassing.
Well, I'm glad you told us.
Yeah. I went up and like smacked the screen and I was like, damn it. Okay. The Snallycaster, or is it the Snallygaster? I can't see it. I think it's the Snallygaster.
No.
Yes. I was saying yes for that's how you say it.
Oh,
Oh,
okay. Okay. So we have confirmation on how to say it, and now we're answering. No.
No.
yes. Sasquatch.
No.
Yes.
Yes. Loup-garou.
No.
No.
Yes. Gloucester serpent.
No.
Yes.
Yes. Oh, this is a tricky one. I'm like the creature that shall not be named. Should I spell it?
I
It's dark.
I
I'm by
don't know.
myself.
It's not
I'm
oh,
just
it's
staring at it.
not dark yet. Just don't whistle.
Okay, fair enough. How do we feel about skinwalkers, kids?
Yes.
Yes.
Fuck you, Allie. Yes, and I'm so scared now. Of course, that's like the only one you're like, oh, that's real. Good thing you said it. I'm
Oh,
terrified now.
you don't have those where you live. It's fine.
They're in the Southwest.
What if I keep calling their goddamn names?
They're gonna travel. They're just gonna go on a little jaunt.
Yeah.
Oh my
Heidi,
gosh.
you had something else in your section that you wanted to talk to us about.
Oh, yeah. Also, I want to know, has anyone ever seen a cryptid?
My answer is so stupid. I was sitting here before we logged on to like chat with each other, and my answer is not literally, but metaphorically. Do we want me to explain that?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like a phoenix. You saw a phoenix rising.
No. So there's this farmer where I'm from in Pennsylvania, and their property is on like this back road that's really popular, that is parallel, not perpendicular, parallel to Interstate 80. And they have a silhouette cut out of Sasquatch, and they move it throughout their yard every day. So like
That's so
Oh, I
thousands of
love
people drive past this farm and see Sky Sasquatch going through the yard.
That's amazing. I love that.
So that's my answer. No, but poetically and metaphorically, yes.
Oh my
Just
gosh. So I I kind of want to follow Allison's because we moved into this place like what, 2 years ago? And as we're like moving all of our stuff in, we kept finding little stickers all around the house. And it's just a sticker of Sasquatch in that, walking pose. And it says, I'm Sasquatching you. And we found one in the mailbox. We found one in the shed. We found one in our closet. We found one in the laundry room.
oh, I
So
don't like
I
them in
see,
the house. That's creepy. Like in the shed, I'm like, somebody's been in there.
no,
Been in my fucking laundry room? Maybe.
they're everywhere. It's so funny. And so, I mean, along the lines of Allison, I see him every day. So yes. Um, However, there is one time where I cannot explain what the hell it was, and maybe someone might be able to tell me by listening to this. I'm not sure, but I used to go on night walks all the time. I love walking at night. And where I used to live, there's like 3, 4 blocks down the road, there was a lake. And I would sit on the bench and I would sometimes just sit there and sometimes I would, draw or whatever it was. It just one night I was watching and there was this round, like it was flat with the water, but you could tell it was raised, if that makes any sense. And it was like a round, solid black. And I was like, well, that's weird. And like maybe there's something that's like a bunch of lily pads that morph together. I don't even know, right? Somebody threw something in it. And so I was like watching it. And I was like, oh, okay, well, it's just kind of drifting. Like, I'm sure it's nothing. And then it starts moving, like moving backwards. Like it was drifting one way and then it started moving the other way. And then it started coming toward me. And I was like, fuck no. And I went back home. And that's the closest that I have ever gotten to something that I could not explain. Maybe animalistic along the lines of cryptid. But yeah,
Maybe it was a
that's my
really
story.
big catfish.
In a lake in Washington,
Yeah, maybe.
do we
I
have
mean,
catfish?
if they're deep. Yeah, do we have catfish in Washington? I don't know.
don't, not like naturally, I don't think. You know, so we like caught
Oh,
and released them. I think they like it
I
a
love
bit warmer
catfish.
typically, right? Than like the Washington. I think it'd have
Oh,
to be Eastern Washington. Although I'll tell you, like
maybe it's a
Cheyenne's
bass.
maybe it's a bass.
What about you,
It's
Heidi? Have
rare.
you ever seen a cryptid?
You know, it's so funny because I had to think about it for a while, and then upon deciding what I was going to talk about in our little stories later, that was what made me realize. So maybe because we spent like if when you're a little kid, you know, and you hear one of those stories and you spent all that time looking, I can't even tell you how many times I thought I saw the Lake Chelan dragon. That's like
Okay.
800 times that I was a child. It was like basically every ripple in the water, every boat, every time. And my, you know, like my older cousins were fun with that stuff. So it
That's
wasn't like, you know,
cute.
cute, right?
Totally forgot about the Lake Chelan monster.
Yeah. Isn't that fun?
I mean,
Well, I was just thinking they're really, really deep lakes. You were talking about catfish. They have sturgeon. That's fucking scary. That's probably
Sturgeon.
what
That's,
it is.
yeah, there you go. Let's discuss rapid fire. What creatures are, sorry for my, those would be like emergency brake segues, right? But
No, I
let's talk,
love it. That's amazing.
let's talk
My favorite thing.
rapid fire. What creatures are and are not cryptids? Ready? Who's going first to answer?
since you're reading it, I'll go first, Heidi, and then you.
Cool.
Perfect.
Mermaids.
Wait, so we're just saying yes or no, they're not real.
No,
Okay.
they're
Um,
cryptids. We're saying yes or
oh,
no, they
that
are
they're
cryptids.
cryptids.
Yes.
Okay. Mermaids. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. And they are.
Oh,
Selkies. Do you know what a
Selkies.
selkie is?
I'm gonna say yes.
Okay.
yes.
I say yes. Let's find out. It would make sense. Yes, they are.
Google says yes.
Elves.
No.
No.
Yes. The answer is no. Fairies.
So,
What?
are we allowed to talk about this one, or is this one where we have to just not talk?
No. Rapid fire. Rapid fire. I know it's hard, but we only have 15 minutes.
No, you're doing really good. So,
Fairies.
Are fairies cryptids? No.
yes.
No. The answer is no.
Fuck that. I don't agree.
Dragons.
Dragons. Yes.
I'm not gonna agree with this one either.
What's your answer, Heidi?
Yes.
Yes. Let's find out. I'm not going to
No.
agree with this one either. No, they are not.
I know.
No.
Centaurs.
No.
This is enraging me. Yes, it should be, but it is not.
Yes. And the answer is no.
No.
Griffins.
The mythology part is throwing me.
That is the
Griffins,
thing. It's like so.
I'm gonna say no.
I think you're right. I think it's a no.
I think it's no too, but
Mythology.
Heidi wants it to be yes.
I do so bad. It's like actually fucking painful to me. I'm like, okay, so it's just if enough people thought it was real.
Yeah.
Right?
I couldn't fucking stand
What if it's real? You could study it, but it's extinct, so now you can't study it.
So
Well,
the
and
answer,
I would argue that it's
Anyways,
because for some Irish people, fairies are fucking real. They're cryptids.
right?
I'm throwing
Okay.
down for my Irish ancestors right now.
So the answer for griffins is no, they are not. How about chimera?
So then also
no.
So Kristen and Heidi both said no. I also say no, and the answer is no. Cyclops.
Yes.
No.
No. The answer is no. Vampires.
No.
Yes.
Yes. What's the answer?
No.
No. The answer is no. Banshees.
Ooh, I'm gonna say no.
No.
I'm going to say yes. The answer is no. Golems.
Oh, remind me what a golem is, because I kind of get them a little mixed up. Are those the ones where they're like created and somebody animates it?
I
Yeah,
think
it's
so,
like
right? Like in
clay.
Minecraft,
Yes.
where like you put the pumpkin on the rock head and then on the rock body, and it becomes like this thing, right?
I love that that's your like, okay. So
That was the
is a
best
golem a
explanation ever.
So is a golem a cryptid? Yes or no?
no?
No.
No. And the answer is no. How about leprechauns?
No.
Oh, I guess.
The answer is no. Oh, I didn't say no, but the answer is no.
I'm like getting personally offended.
Gnomes.
Oh,
Gnomes?
Yeah.
gnomes. No. Well, yes.
No.
No. And the answer, no. Goblins.
Yes.
No.
Yes. The answer is no. Oni. So Oni it's the Japanese name for demon.
Oni, a cryptid. I'm going to say no.
No.
No. The answer, no. Baba Yaga.
Ooh. No.
Oh,
No. No.
no.
I no, I guess.
I want to say yes because she's got a name, right? The
It's
answer
just
is
too
no. Basilisk.
basilisk. Is that the snake one?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you guys can't see, but Heidi's freaking out.
I am. I'm having like a nervous breakdown. I don't even know.
A basilisk is a big
I'm
old snake.
I'm gonna say yes.
No.
I think the answer is no too. The answer,
Unless are the
unless
basilisks in the sewer?
I don't know, Harry. The answer is yes.
Yeah.
A
So who
basilisk
thinks basilisks are real?
is a
What?
cryptid.
They are in the sewers. Oh my God. Is it basilisks that have fucked up the Everglades? Is that what's going down? I thought it was pythons.
Ghosts are
This whole
ghost
time.
cryptids.
Sorry.
Ghosts. Ghosts. I say that ghosts are not. No.
No.
No, and the answer is no. How about Sphinx?
No.
Yes.
I think the answer is yes too. The answer is no. Narwhal?
Narwhal. No.
No.
No. The answer is no. Narwhals are, of course, a known species, but only in the far northern waters of the Arctic. Werewolf?
No.
No.
No. And the answer is yes. Werewolves are
I
generally
that felt wrong.
considered cryptids,
They're a mermaid.
but
Oh,
not a vampire.
No. No.
Zombies.
zombies. Oh, now I'm so confused with the werewolves and the zombies. I'm gonna say are yes.
No.
No. The answer is yes. Phoenix.
No.
Yes.
I say no. The
No.
answer is no. Aliens.
No.
No.
No. The answer is no. We've reached a hollow in the woods where voices echo strange and soft. A message stirs in the mist from our sponsors. We'll be right back after this short break.
Light the way on your dark path with Wise Wolfcraft's unique selection of tools for living with intention. From manifestation kits to altar items and divination tools, we have everything you need to connect with your inner wisdom. Wise Wolfcraft offers Reiki and other energy healing sessions, divination readings, and a variety of classes on topics like intuitive tarot and personalized spell work. Unleash the power within. Visit Wise Wolfcraft today online at wisewolfcraft.com and on Facebook and Instagram as @WiseWolfcraft. Wise Wolfcraft, tools for living with intention. Needing guidance on your dark path? Explore the mysterious world of Jupiter's Omens, offering handmade rituals, spells, and tools to focus your intention during spell work, vintage altar tools and decor, and intuitive tarot sessions utilizing claircognizance. Visit Jupiter's Omens, where the mystical and macabre meet, at jupitersomens.square.site. That's jupitersomens.square.site.
The echo fades and the message recedes. We continue into the dark of our wandering.
Happy to see Heidi didn't get eaten by an S-walker.
You might be wicked. You might be wicked.
Welcome back, guys. We're going to go ahead and start off with a few cryptids. So each one of us have chosen a cryptid, and we're going to give you a little information about it. Me personally, I decided to choose the basket ogress. The basket ogress is also sometimes known as the wild woman of the woods. There's also a butt ton of native words for what her name is that I cannot pronounce, and I am not going to even try. But there's a lot of information about the basket ogress based in the Northwest coastal tribes. She's a figure from Native American folklore, especially known in the Pacific Northwest coast cultures. The basket ogress is often known by different names depending on the specific tribe, but one of the most well-known names in English is the basket ogress or the child stealing giantess. Some of the Northwest coastal tribes that have this legend include the Salish, Tulalip, Lushootseed, Lumi, I can't say this one, Kalalam, and the Squamish tribes. Her characteristics are often depicted in a very terrifying experience. It's a very terrifying experience as well. She's often depicted with a very terrifying appearance with blah, 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 stuff and things. She typically is depicted as tall and covered in hair. She has red or black lips, often pursed. Some say this is to suck or to call children. She has deep set eyes, hollow cheeks, and bushy, unkempt hair. She is typically also known to have pendulous breasts, and she is depicted as being hunched often.
Wait, did you say pendulous breasts? Okay, thanks.
Yes,
Wing,
ma'am.
wing, wing, wing.
She just stomps around,
Swinging.
not even caring. Woman
She
after
can
my own
throw
heart.
him over her shoulder.
Like a continental soldier.
That's the one.
So she's typically hunched. So in masks and carvings, her lips are often shown as a rounded O shape to symbolize her calling voice. She is a huge, powerful, and grotesque woman who lives deep in the forest or mountains. Some say that she is a Sasquatch, others say that she is a giantess. And she carries a basket. Some say it's on her back, others say it's on her head, hence her name. And it is used to carry off naughty or wandering children who she plans to eat. She'll also sometimes take adults. Typically, they're also going to be the naughty adults as well. Her voice is one of the most chilling traits that she has, as it mimics the voice of other family members or trusted people to lure children away. She can also change her shape and size, so she can become bigger or smaller. When she steals people, she will cover their eyes with pitch, put them inside of the basket that she carries, and then take them back to her home where she will eat them. It's also noted in some lore that her basket can hold water that can turn the beautiful ugly and revive the dead. She is not the brightest crayon in the box, though. So she will often be outsmarted. She's clumsy, dim-witted. There's some stories where she will fall asleep like a narcoleptic. She will also grant good fortune to any who can trick her. So if you can trick her while she's trying to eat you, she'll grant you good fortune. So she is used as a cautionary tale to scare children into behaving or not wandering off. She is often outwitted in many tales by clever children or falls asleep, giving them time to escape. Despite her fearsome nature, she is sometimes portrayed with a tragic or comical edge, especially in storytelling and ceremonial dances. Her cultural significance is that she appears in ceremonial dances where performers wear a large ogress mask. She is not just a monster, sometimes she represents the wilderness itself or untamed nature. In some traditions, she even gives wealth or knowledge when approached with courage or cleverness. And there is a really cute story that I wanted to add in. It's called The Chipmunk and the Basket Ogress from the Lushootseed tribe. I've got a link in here as well, and it's just really cute because it tells the story. It tells the story of how the chipmunk got its stripes on its back because the ogress scratched it.
She sounds,
And
I
yeah,
like her. I like her a lot. I want to talk about her basket more because her basket has the water inside of it can make the ugly beautiful and the dead alive, right? That's kind of a big power to have. And then she's not very smart, right? So, so if you
Yeah.
outwit
So,
her, you could get like super hot.
right?
That's interesting too, because at first it sounds like it's gonna read totally like a cautionary tale about like don't go near the water, listen to your parents.
Yeah,
But then
Right.
conversely, it's like, oh, but if you do and you meet this bitch,
you
she's
can
got
like really
sacred
get
stuff.
away with some upgrades.
That sounds a little bit of a
You
mixed
can get her to
message.
fall asleep.
Yeah, it does. You're right,
Yeah.
Heidi. It sends a mixed message because it's like, oh, stay away, like, trusted adults at all times, right? But then if you go with her, you could bring back your dead boyfriend and
Right,
become
Right.
turns out
super
she's
hot.
kind of
All my
dead.
dead relatives.
Yeah,
And are you ugly? Not anymore.
not anymore.
I'm like, okay, so why doesn't she just use it on herself?
Why doesn't she? That's an excellent question.
Maybe it doesn't work on herself
Maybe
because she's not
she's
mortal.
immune. Mm.
Hmm.
Hmm. My cryptid,
I'm thinking my own life.
my cryptid is the Raven Mocker. Okay. I'd never heard of the Raven Mocker. I just like Googled it. I was looking for like Appalachian cryptids to share with everybody, and this is one that I came across. So, the Raven Mocker is there's multiples, and they're figures in Cherokee mythology described as witches or evil spirits that prolong their lives by preying on the sick and dying. They're often depicted as withered and aged, flying through the night while emitting cries that resemble a raven's dive call. They consume the hearts of their victims to absorb the remaining years of life. And then they're invisible to most people, but skilled medicine men can detect and repel them. According to tradition, if you recognize a raven mocker in their true form, it will die in 7 days. So the mythology is at night, they fly through the air in a fiery form, with outstretched arms resembling wings and sparks trailing behind them. Their flight is accompanied by the sound of rushing wind, and then their cries, which resemble a raven's dive call, are considered an omen of death. They are said to gather at homes of the dying, tormenting victims by pressing on their chests to restrict breathing or throwing them to the ground. And then after the victim dies, the raven mocker is believed to remove and consume the heart in order to have their remaining lifespan. But no marks are left on the body, and still the heart is said to be missing. So although they're feared, other witches also avoid the raven mocker. So it's not just people who have to stay away from them, it's other witches. And medicine men, like I said, having special knowledge, can detect and repel them from entering homes of the dying and the sick. Tradition holds, like I said, that if you see them in their true form, it dies within 7 days. And I'm going to tell you a story where that came from. Some other notable stories about them are two men prepared by a medicine man, fasted for 7 days, and were given a vision enhancing remedy made of muskrat brain that allowed them to see creatures, including ravenmockers, near a grave. They saw the ravenmocker dig into the earth, but fled in fear after attempting to stop it. They later underwent healing rituals to recover from the experience. Another account tells of a man left to die alone because his family feared the presence of ravenwalkers. As he lay dying, witnesses claimed they tormented him, hastening his death by pressing on his chest and lifting him from his bed. After his death, it was believed they stole his heart. Another tale describes a medicine man successfully protecting a dying individual by performing powerful rituals. Witches, including a raven mocker, gathered outside the home but were successfully repelled, and the Ravenmocker's presence caused the other witches to then scatter in fear as well. So let me pull up my story. It's from sacred texts, and it's told as an actual happening. So a young man had been out on a hunting trip and was on his way home. When night came, he was still a long distance from his settlement. He knew of a house not far off the trail where an old man and his wife lived, so he turned in that direction to look for a place to sleep till morning. When he got to the house, no one was inside of it, even though it was late. And he looked around and didn't find anybody outside either. So he thought they had gone for water and laid in a corner in their home to sleep. Very soon, he heard a raven cry outside, and a little while afterwards, an old man came into the home and sat down by the fire without noticing him. Soon there was another raven's cry outside, and the old man said to himself, "Now my wife is coming." Sure enough, the little old woman came in and sat down by her husband. So then the man in the corner, the hero of our story, knew they were both raven mockers, and he was frightened, so he kept very quiet and pretended to sleep. They have a back and forth talking about how one of them had luck getting a heart and the other one did not. And so they cook the heart. In some versions, they share it. And in some versions, he gives his wife the heart to eat because she wasn't able to get one, which is very sweet. Let's be honest. And while she's cooking the heart, she cooks it, okay? And while she's cooking it, she suddenly turns to her husband and says, "Who's over in the corner?" And he says, "Nobody." And she says, "Yes, there is. I hear him snoring." And so she stirs the fire until it blazes the whole place, and the shadows are cast away. And you can then see the young man, the hero of our story, laying in the corner. He keeps quiet, pretending to be asleep, and eventually they go and wake him up. They shook him awake. During the morning, the old woman goes out getting breakfast ready, but the hunter could hear her crying by herself. And he says to the old man, "Why is your wife crying?" And he says, "Oh, she has lost some of her friends lately and feels lonesome." But the young man knew she was crying because he had heard them talking. 7 days later, they die. When he goes back to the settlement and gets a group of warriors and goes to kill them and confront them, but they're already dead, right? Because he had seen them in their true form. So that is my story about raven mockers. I personally think that it's pretty cool, right? It's we're trying to have legends and lores about the realities of death, right? It's like preparing us for the experience, talking about how you're not going to be able to breathe or how you might lose your heart, right? So it's addressing how it might feel and how different things will be experienced, which I enjoy death positivity, so I like this this legend a lot. What do you guys think about it?
Not to be too on the nose, but I listened the whole time thinking you would.
Thanks.
Like the lady who does
I was like,
shadow work
oh.
every time.
It kind of like desensitizes you and it makes it less scary, especially if you're starting to tell these stories as children, right? And so then they grow up knowing them and they have a better understanding of what to expect realistically, right?
Yeah, also, it would make death seem less scary if, like, your mom died and then a raven mocker didn't come.
Right.
You'd be like, oh, cool, that was less scary.
Right. What
Interesting.
about you, Kristen?
Super interesting because like it's it's one of those things where it's kind of like, okay, I get where you guys are coming from on like, helping with death and teaching younger generations like, about it and things like that. But then it's also like I would never go to a funeral. I would never go see my dying anybody's. I would never ever because I'd be like not even gonna chance it. Like that would freak me
But they're
out
not
so much.
gonna come for you unless you're sick or dying. And then if you see them in their true form, they die in 7 days. So it would be beneficial for you to be there,
Mm,
right?
I get what you're saying. Yeah. Yeah.
So it's like it's pushing you. So there's that legend of the man who was left alone. His family didn't go see him because they were too afraid, right? And he was tormented. Who wants that for their loved ones, right? So it's tales that are kind of pushing you to be present, like for the process of life.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I like that. Okay. Thank you.
I didn't know that that's what that legend was going to turn into when I first looked them up, and I was very pleased with where it ended.
The intuition took over. Look where it took you.
Okay. What is with your Raven story? They make they make that Raven call. My story, they make another call that's similar to family members. This is such a common,
That's spooky, right? If you're
it's
like
that's
just existing and
spooky.
you hear like you hear like a raven dive call and you'd be like, oh. Or like if you're just walking somewhere and you hear like that, what's it called? That disembodied voice of like a relative, you'd be like, oh.
Subtle difference between a bird call and a disembodied voice of a relative. Oh, bird, nature. Fucking, oh, voice of a dead loved. For some reason, they're dead for me. That was scary. Voice of a dead loved one.
But they're
Okay.
alive, but they're not supposed to be there, and I'm hearing them. Nope.
Are you guys ready for our last cryptid
So
tale?
ready. I'm so ready. I've got a cough lozenge in. I'm ready to go.
Okay. So went back to my roots for this one. The Lake Chelan dragon. So I want to talk a little bit about Lake Chelan, because if you're not from the area, that might not mean anything to you. Lake Chelan is huge. It's 55 miles long. It's 1,486 feet deep, making it the third deepest lake in the US, 25th in the world. The bottom has never been fully mapped or even really explored officially. In 2003, they did sediment testing. That's probably the closest they've ever come. They did find what they believe to be the deepest portion, but which is where they get that measurement from. But it has never been mapped, which leads to some wild theories. Like there's even a theory that there's a portion of Lake Chelan that connects to other lakes or even the Pacific Ocean. Okay, which is where we start to get this. Maybe there's some kind of big water monster that could live here because it's connected to there. Okay, so stay with me. I feel like that's all good back information for you. Okay, now the stories officially report back over 200 years. Some of the earliest ones actually coming from Native Americans, coming from the interior Chehalis people, like the Wenatchee tribe. They describe a fearsome beast known as Silan, which I'm probably saying that incorrectly. It's Tsillaan, but it means deep water. And it's funny because it's described as like a lizard-like animal with alligator legs, smooth skin, like velvety skin and wings. But then it's also likened to like the Loch Ness Monster or Ogopogo, which is in Africa and the Congo, I believe. So you can imagine what this looks like. And to me, I'm like, velvet skin, that's an amphibian. That's an on land and out of land. Wings, that's confusing. I don't know. But I'm not going to say I know all the answers. Just make sure we got all our facts lined up. Facts. All our reported sighting information lined up. So legends recount incidents of a dragon scaring animals, destroying homes, even snatching people from the lake. Two really quick famous incidents. One, we'll kind of travel backwards through time, but one is there was a really famous bus crash in Chelan. The bus went into the lake school bus, terrible, in November in 1945. Okay, yeah, okay. So later, they go to look for the school bus, and the men scuba diving are at 200 feet and report seeing large, unexplainable shadows at that depth that apparently frighten them out of the water and into reporting it to the paper.
Well, yeah, that's fucking freaky.
Yeah, so that's kind of interesting. And these are interesting stories because they were reported to the paper. Now, the other one, and this is the most famous incident, and this is interesting. So I'm going to explain real quick another area if you're not familiar with Washington. There's a town called Stehekin that is on Lake Chelan that you cannot drive to. It is very remote. It only is like water or hiking access even still. But near Stehekin is where this thing is supposed to live. It's very, very remote. And there were 3 men, December 2nd, 1892, were on the shores of Lake Stehekin, and a dragon-like creature with alligator legs, a serpent's head, and large wings emerged from the lake, attacked a man, dragging him into the water, and caused disturbances all along the shore. All 3 men survived the attack. Okay. That's what I got for you guys. Food for thought. So also just real quick, people also still report seeing this creature, but it's like less exciting incidents. Most things that are reported today are things like big water disturbances.
Okay. You want me to believe that this lake is connected to the Pacific Ocean through the Cascade Mountains?
No, not, I mean, not me personally, but some people have theories that it's deep enough that it's connected underground through existing river systems and things,
Okay.
right? Because
I
we
feel
already
like
know it's
anything could
close to the
be.
Columbia, is my guess, is that
Yeah,
that
but
would out.
okay. But the
But
where the
even
crust
still,
where there's okay. Where there's land, it's solid. Like we're not an island. You know what I mean?
well, yeah, yeah,
Get what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah, yeah, for sure.
So I don't love that.
Underwater,
Hmm.
I have no origin opinion, and I
Yeah.
don't personally think Lake Chelan is connected to the ocean.
And then I have a
I
note
do think it's
here.
very deep and unexplored.
I have a note here from when you were talking, and I have wings dash flying fish, right? Because they have like really long like fin things.
75 feet.
I mean, well, it depends on how big the thing is, right?
Well, I just mean that's a big animal, whatever it is.
Yeah. What do you think,
I think
Kristen?
absolutely frightening. Like water and the ocean freaks me out. I was swimming in Lake Goodwin once and a fish touched me and I freaked out and it was just a fish. So I couldn't imagine like some crazy lizard, fish monster, alligator bird dragging me in and I survive. Oh my gosh.
So here's the thing so another thing I read, just for a little food for thought, was that the most common like explanation people have is that people are misidentifying a sturgeon, which is a large fish.
Mm,
Okay. I'm like, okay, except for the Native Americans. Why the
no
fuck
way.
would they be misidentifying sturgeon? They live there. That doesn't make any sense. They'd know all about it.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
that's so
And
interesting.
and it's apparently, and again, apparently, because I'm like using my, I wasn't there. Everything's turns out I wasn't alive when all this shit was going down. So I'm telling you at
Alive
least
in the
secondhand
1800s, thank you.
information. So I just want to be clear.
Maybe they misidentified it before they were practicing sturgeons. That was a really bad joke.
That's an amazing joke.
Oh my God, I get it now. Wow.
A practicing sturgeon.
Maybe it was before like they knew what a sturgeon was. And that was my really bad dad joke way of saying that.
But you know what? Sturgeon are like 1 million years old. They're one of the oldest fish. I don't know how they would not. I feel
They're the
like it's
oldest fish.
crazy.
I'm Googling that right
They're
now.
not the oldest fish, but they're a really fucking old fish. They're a really fucking unchanged old ass fish. Ask if sturgeon are old ass.
Sturgeon.
Ask if they're unchanged old ass fish. I don't know that they're the oldest fish. I just know they're a very like old fish. They've been the same for a really long time. Definitely weren't.
Sturgeons, are you ready for
Yeah.
this?
Uh-huh.
Fossil records indicating they appeared in the fossil record. Wow. With fossil records indicating they appeared in the fossil record. Between, thanks, AI overview, around 174 to 201 million years ago during the
Yeah,
early
that's what I thought.
Jurassic period.
I thought that they were essentially a fucking dinosaur because they were very unchanged, like sharks.
They're one of the oldest groups of extant actinopterygian fishes.
Which I believe means that if you touch their backs, they're going to cut the fuck out of you because they have spines all along their back.
Wow, Heidi, thanks for that.
Sounds
They have
lovely.
gnarly fucking teeth and are ugly as hell. You should look them up. We all Googling sturgeon.
Don't because they're frightening.
Native
They're huge.
Americans have a long history of utilizing sturgeon, with evidence of their use dating back to at least 4,000 years ago.
What I
So,
mean. So
well,
I'm
it
like,
could be before that they were like, what is that?
they weren't. They would have been like, that's not a sturgeon, right? Oh shit, you guys, I debunked my own theory because it's only rumored that there are sturgeon in Lake Chelan. People, yeah, I know. So
Interesting.
people are like, no, guys, white sturgeon are very uncommon if they are there. Is this
So it
more
couldn't
that
be.
if Lake Chelan is connected to the ocean nonsense? Because that's gonna, yeah.
That's not possible. That's not
Yeah,
possible.
I'm
Well,
saying it
so
could
okay,
be
but remember,
possible.
Shayla's is a very big group. So if we look up the Shaylas have been working with Sturgis, it could be coastal Shaylas and from the ocean. You see what I'm saying?
There's enough pockets and little things underneath the earth that we don't know about that
I know.
there's a possibility. I'm not saying it is,
Think it's
but
a
I do think that there's
plesiosaur?
a possibility.
I always wonder. Okay, so now, mind you, couple million years is a long fucking time. That's really hard to fathom. So the idea of a dinosaur like sneak deaky living in a lake for a couple million years longer than all homies is a little wild. But wouldn't it be fun if Nessie and Ogopogo and maybe the Lake Chelan dragon were plesiosaurs?
Oh my gosh, yeah.
They don't fly, but if it jumped high enough out of the water and you don't know what the fuck's going on, it's got flippers.
You're gonna think it's flying, yeah.
Yeah,
There
right?
are
Oh, that's so
no
interesting.
known geographical features or man-made tunnels that connect Lake Chelan.
Land to the ocean. I wouldn't think so, but they say known and it's never been explored. So isn't that kind
Well,
of being like, I mean, what does that
I
say?
want to know where the bus went.
Look up about
That
being, I'm like, Allie, I'll look harder into it being explored if you want. Because where the bus went into the fucking lake, terrifying shit. That is, yeah,
super
very
terrifying.
scary. Hmm.
But then, like, okay, how haunted is it now because of all the people that died? And then, where
Oh,
the
Lake
fuck
Chelan's
did the
haunted
bus
as fuck.
go?
Haunted as fuck. That is a big, dangerous ass lake. And people just used to drink and drive their boats all over the place.
Oh my gosh, there were
Yeah.
15 students on board.
Yeah. Oh, it was a fucking tragedy. It was
There were
not,
20
it was a
students
big,
on board.
yeah, it was a whole group,
15 of them
but some
drowned.
kids made it out. Yeah. It's a very like it's a like regionally it was like a very big story, obviously, right? And this was in the 40s though. And then I don't totally remember if the guys scuba diving were looking for the bus. I think pretty quickly afterwards, like they may have even been part of like the like trying to get the bus team.
Late that afternoon.
I don't know if you've ever
Wow.
driven along Lake Chelan. It is treacherous as fuck, even still. Like, it's right on the lake, and there's all these landslides, and like, I mean, it's very treacherous, in my opinion. But I'm also like scared to eat a cat.
The bus
I'm
was
like, what's going
found
on?
December 1st.
Oh, okay.
Upside down 275 feet from the shore at a depth of 210 feet.
Yeah, because it's like the road is up here, right? And the road is like 45 miles an hour. So if you like missed a corner and went off, you'd go like, yeah. That part of the story is very fucking depressing, guys. Part of the story we were supposed to listen to is that two dudes saw a big shadow in the water right at the same time that scared the fuck out of them. And they're like professional divers, right? They were down there looking for the bus. It's not like this first rodeo. Those are the encounters I always find interesting. When people who low key should understand what they're looking at don't.
Yeah.
And also, I'm like, what were those guys doing in Lake Stehekin that got them, one of them apparently, really fucking hurt? And made them decide that it was more reasonable for them to say a dragon flew out of the water and attacked this dude.
That's like the story about the goat man that I had found, where that I didn't end up sharing, but it was like, oh, a bunch of teenagers went to make out on a covered bridge, and then a goat man jumped out of the rafters and destroyed their vehicles, and they went home and told their parents, and their parents believed them and told the police.
It's like so insane that it's believable, or it's like you're absolutely insane and you need to go.
No,
Like there's
Mom,
like
it
there's
was a
never.
burly goat man.
Okay, so here's my thing. Again,
It
like
was a winged 75-foot dragon. I swear I wasn't drinking.
I again, like seriously, like what did they mistake it? Like how did you like what was happening? That and what did they just say? You will take this to our graves. Like I don't understand. Can you imagine? Like I don't know. So
Yeah.
not to totally give an explanation after saying we weren't going to give an explanation, but no one, haha, bitches, I'm going to do it. I think that I always want to just give people the benefit of the doubt. And someone's claiming to see it. What do they get out of it? Like, it's not, I mean, most people just think, wow, what a weird lie to tell and think you're a weirdo.
That's
What a
me.
reward.
I'm like, wow, what a weird lie to tell. What are you gaining from that?
I know. And so for me, and I also think if I ever see some weird shit, I hope people believe me. I hope they don't go, fucking weirdo. Why are you telling that lie? I don't know.
Okay, if you came to me and said, I saw this really weird thing and you were like scared shitless, I would believe you. 100%.
But
If you were like, I saw Bigfoot, I'd be like, yeah, Heidi saw Bigfoot.
I would
That's
like
the
to
truth.
cite every horror movie ever as evidence to the contrary. Everyone you trust, you'll tell them and they won't listen. And they'll say, stay in the house, go in the woods, eat the food, whatever it is. And so, Allie, you know what? I feel the same way. I feel like I'd support you. But apparently, if we get into the moment, you never know.
That's so
Well,
crazy.
horror
I had
movies.
this friend that had, so him and his girlfriend, they were in the car with a couple other friends, I think it was, and they saw these like extremely large dog type creatures that like literally ran as fast as the car kind of a thing. I think they were like 40, 45 or whatever the road was on. And they had like crossed in front of the car and stuff. I completely believe them because they both said the exact same story like when they weren't even with each other. So I was like, okay. And that was, I think, coming across from Eastern Washington. I can't remember, but
Okay.
Okay.
now, do I absolutely 100% believe it? Like, I believe they saw something. I believe that it could be exactly what they're saying it is. But then I also know how hard your brain, when you get into one of those like fight or flight kind of instances and what you can remember versus what you actually saw, there's so many variables. But I'm not going to just completely poo poo that it happened because it's still a real experience for them.
So, like, take it with a grain of salt, but give everybody the benefit of the doubt. I like it.
Final thoughts on cryptids for this first episode. We're gonna have more. That's
Oh, I
a
love cryptids. Is that
promise
all?
and a threat. Heidi loves
How
cryptids.
much do you
I love
like
them.
cryptids? Because we'll keep going.
Heidi likes them long time, so I'm very excited. I am all about cryptids.
I so for me, my final thoughts are really that it's hard to say because the exact definition of a cryptid is something that may possibly exist but has not been found yet and cannot be studied. So that in itself is just a really interesting concept. But we didn't think that platypuses were a real thing for how long until and recently we found out that they have venom. So like there are things that I can say like I don't know, but I'm willing to give it the benefit of a doubt because it could be possible.
And then I'm gonna come in as the Lily Lintlicker and be like, I'm so skeptical. I need so much proof. I need so much evidence. So I think a lot of it is a bunch of hocus pocus. And however, I do like listening to the stories and trying to dissect the psychology behind why they exist. That is so fun to me. So I'm excited to talk about what cryptids my friends believe in and what cryptids exist that I don't already know of and learn some things. I don't know how to segue. We
I
hope
know.
you know. You know how to segue?
Yep, I was just gonna say, we'll segue with a strong recommendation that you invest some time in the ranch show I recommend. That is
The
that
S word
thing that
ranch.
should not be named ranch.
Word ranch.
Yes, because that's my did I do a final? I did a final. We all did our final takeaways.
You can keep going.
I was just gonna. I was like, I transitioned into. All right, go ahead, Allison.
Yeah. All right. Have at it, Allison. Lead us to the outro, and I shall. We hope today's episode got you curious and inspired about cryptids, looking up any of the things that we discussed. Thank you so much for listening. We appreciate you being here and joining us for season 2, the beginning of it. I'm Allyson Hemma-Romane, and you can find me on Instagram at Jupiter's Omens. You can follow the show on Instagram and Facebook at A Dark Path Podcast for all kinds of shenanigans.
I'm Heidi Stock, and you can find me on social media at Wise Wolfcraft. You can also find us on Patreon at patreon.com/a dark path.
I am Kristen Jackson, and you can find me on Instagram at Auntie's Artistry. If you have any questions for the show, we would love to hear you. You can get to us at a dark path podcast at gmail.com. We hope to see you next time on this journey down a dark path. May your candles burn bright, and if you hear footsteps, don't worry, it's probably just us.
Do you like that?
I love that.
So cute and sassy. I love it. Don't worry.
That
It's
was so cool.
It is now that our time together must come to an end. Thank you for joining us on this journey, a dark path come to a bend. Find us here bi-monthly on your favorite place to stream, and follow us on social media for news in between. A dark path is there, winding and waiting ever. May you craft peace, knowledge, and alignment, so shall it be, or something better.